Hey, it's Kurt with KH Model Works. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. So this video is about my first update for the buddy build with David Chin. We are building the Monogram F105. So I wanted to show you where I was so far. David's almost done. We've been in touch, and he said, don't rush. I want you to give this thing the full KH Model Works treatment. So I'm going to do it. The progress so far has mostly been in sort of the prep work. I've gone through and I've painted parts that need to be painted for other parts to be assembled. Let me elaborate. So, when you're building an airplane model, it's you'll have parts like the inside of the fuselage where the cockpit goes. You need to paint, or to put the wings together, you need to paint the where the wheel wells are, right? Okay, so I'll review what I did. The wheel wells on these parts were painted with AK Interactive interior green. I've got a couple different interior greens, and this one captures the color to my satisfaction the best. I think it captures the color the way I think it should look. And then some silver parts. So the inside of the intake, where the intake is for the wings, you know, in the wing where the jet intake is, and some of these exhaust parts, I started with a base coat of silver. The silver I used is Floquil Old Silver. This stuff is awesome, but don't try to find it because it was discontinued about 10 years ago. And it airbrushes beautifully. It's so fine pigmented and so fine grained, it's almost like using like Alclad or something like that. So it was really a shame when that paint went away. The majority of my focus was with the cockpit parts. And just to back up for a moment, all the parts were primered with black first, using Mr. Finishing Surfacer 1500 black. The work I've been doing the most has been in the cockpit. Let me zoom in. Hold on. Don't get sick. There we go. So here's the instrument panel. I've shown you with the F102 I built that I've got some decals for the dials and stuff, because I find it very difficult to paint the dials. So for some of these larger dials, I had a decal that was right about the right size and the right instrument. These three in the middle. On the side here, there were some dials, but they're so tiny that I didn't have a decal to fit them. So I very carefully painted it black, and then tried to dry brush some white to give it some depth, and I think it's okay. The cockpit tub. The cockpit parts were painted with MRP FS36231. I got out the good stuff for this build. And the black parts are MCW semi-gloss black, which is out of reach, but MCW lacquer. And I started going through and trying to pick out some of the switches and dials here with white, and it looks a little bit not so precise. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Try to make that look better. So that's where I'm at with this project. As soon as I can get the cockpit done, I can put the fuselage together, and then after that it'll start moving a lot more quickly. Okay, and here's the ejection seat. The ejection seat was also painted with the same FS36231. I brush painted the seat cushion with good old-fashioned Testors olive drab. And I haven't used the good old-fashioned Testors in a long time, so when I opened this bottle, the smell just brought me back to my early days as a model, modeling as a kid. I also used some Testors small bottle enamel to try to paint these straps. So I think with the seat, I want to do some work with oils to try to blend the colors together, so it tries to look more like a seat instead of just like a piece of plastic painted a couple different colors. So that'll be my next goal. Anyway. So that's where I'm at with this, and hopefully the next time you see this, it'll look like an airplane. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Mr. David Chin for reaching out to do a buddy build. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching along and supporting us along the way. Alright, that's all I've got. Take care, and I'll see you next time.